Hello, Miss Sargent. This is my audience today. We got Osley, Gerardo, Glenda, Amin, my mom. And this is going to be a Monroe's motivated sequence speech. So, my name is Ali Hernandez, and my speech today will be over why you should volunteer at the Dallas Children's Hospital. Take a moment to think. Think about how fortunate you are to be blessed without life-changing disabilities. But think of the people who do, the kids who do. For example, the kids who stay at Dallas Children's Hospital. I'm here to tell you why you should volunteer at the Dallas Children's Hospital. This is relevant to you because you would be out there helping kids for not only their benefit, but for yours as well. I am credible on my behalf to give this speech because I personally have a brother who has gone to the Dallas Children's Hospital. I have also made calls to the Dallas Children's Hospital front desk asking to speak with volunteers that work there. Lastly, I have done much research on this topic regarding why you should volunteer. Moving on to my 4 main points of the speech. Number 1, to help kids with disabilities learn different perspectives rather than their own. 2, to help kids with eating disorders to recover. 3, to help parents create bonds with their children. And 4, to help support children with no parent figures. Up next is the reason on why I bring these 4 main points up. The first on the list would be to help kids learn different perspectives rather than their own. My first need would be what I just said. The first, to help kids learn different perspectives. My first need, this is said because in a hospital, you're surrounded by everything that could be wrong with you. You could also be forced to be alone or just genuinely in a hospital feel alone. So how would you get to learn different experiences in the environment that you are in? The answer would be a volunteer. According to pointsoflight.com, quote unquote, volunteering exposes children to diverse perspectives and lived experiences, fostering empathy and understanding. It helps them connect with people from different backgrounds and appreciate their challenges faced by others. Therefore, proving my point that kids will learn different perspectives from having others volunteer and help them. Pointsoflight.com and kidshealth.org is what proved my point. Others volunteer. So what would this all be leading to? It would be the second need on my list, to help kids with eating disorders recover at Dallas Children's Hospital. Now, this subject can be listened to because of my little brother's behalf. His name is Alexis Hernandez, and he is the main reason I chose the Dallas Children's Hospital as the organization that I want people to volunteer for. He had struggled eating many times in the past because of his autism, but thankfully he has been helped to recover from it. Not only did doctors help him, but volunteers did as well. The volunteers at the Dallas Children's Hospital would help to calm him down when he was frustrated, help him eat, and they'd be there for him when he was stressed mentally and physically. That is why the Dallas Children's Hospital needs volunteers to help people like my brother. Number 1, a child named Alexis speaks of his personal experience. And number 2, www.insideout.club.org is what proved my point. Now that we're halfway through my needs section, let's keep going. For number 3 would be to help parents create bonds with their children. This is brought up again because of my little brother Alexis. My stepmom Leslie Hernandez has confirmed that the volunteers there at the Dallas Children's Hospital have helped her to understand her kid better. She stated, "Yes, AJ has learned a lot about healthily eating, but he's not the only person that learned some things. I learned that my son has a beautiful soul. I learned that my son has other problems that I didn't even know about. Now that we've created a bond because of this, my son trusts me more than ever." The volunteers there are not only to help the children, but also the adults there as well. And the parents of Alexis Hernandez, and number 2, www.wcsu.edu is what proved my point. The next point, up last, would be my 4th need, to help support children without any parent figures. This is the last need brought up, but why? It's because kids need parents. On westvirginia.kvc.org, an article states, mentoring has the power to make a huge difference in the life of a child. Mentors offer steady support, hope, guidance, and critical encouragement. This here is saying that people who do volunteer work as parental figures genuinely do help children out, which is what many volunteers do at the Dallas Children's Hospital. westvirginia.kvc.org and ourfatherless.org is what proved my last point. After all of this being said, here's the solution to these problems. Solutions. One huge solution that would help people to donate. One huge solution would be for people to donate money or food. And two, this solution would have needs being helped, because in all of the needs, volunteers are necessary. But how will they work with no food? They need to be energized, and they need food to function, as well as it would be a very good reason to make the first-time volunteers want to go back. The plan of action. 1. Start either a GoFundMe or any kind of fundraiser. 2. Collect the money and start bringing up meal preps or easy access foods. 3. Have very nice other volunteers to help create said meals. 4. Prepare to give food away. 5. Feed all hungry volunteers. After all of this is discussed, let's move on to the consequences of not helping these poor sick children and their volunteers. Visualization. If you don't act then more children at the hospital will be put at risk. This is said because then, with no help, no one will be there to help the already sick children. 2. If you personally don't act on volunteering and donating money, then no volunteering at all. There won't be any volunteers being there for the kids, and no one will want to help anymore. Now, if you do help to volunteer, these kids will be helped and greater chances of them surviving. What if they ended up in the hospital for? You don't know. 2. If you decide to go to donate to the volunteers, they will want to give more. Then therefore they will be fed even more and willing to help these kids. Since we're towards the end of this speech, let's sum it up. My main points will be 1, to help kids with disabilities learn different perspectives rather than their own. Yes, it can help children in need to learn different perspectives according to pointsoflight.com. 2, help kids recover from eating disorders. It will help them to recover because they have volunteers there helping them to eat. 3, to help kids create bonds with their children, or to help parents create bonds with their children. Yes, according to parental figures on ourfatherless.org. And then my last need, to support children. To support children with no parent figures. And yes, it'll help them. Now, if you want to truly help, then call the Dallas Children's Hospital at 214-456-7000. If you can't do that, ask to donate or volunteer for the children that are in need. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great Thanksgiving, and bless all around you, and especially the Dallas Children's Hospital. Yay. That was so awkward.